Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Hopefully everyone's doing well. I am having a good day. Somewhere in here, we're talking about numbers because I can't type. There's a command. There we go. The rate command. Rating Whitefire. Oh, my arch nemesis Whitefire. 6 out of 57 stars. Good. Good. That sounds about right. I got 3 out of 62. Oh my gosh. It was just the command I was looking for too, and it doesn't appreciate me. Even Twitch got more stars than me. Or Twitch ads, actually. You know, it's rigged. I'm just gonna say that it's rigged. It's a day for face cam, vacuum optional. Oh my goodness. You know what that means. How do I do this? Hold on. We go here. Yeah, Sorry, I'm a little tired today, so everything is like weird. I'm half groggy right now. It should be a fun stream, right? Half asleep. Wiping the whatever that is, dust or something. I don't know. My desk is weird. Yeah. Nope, that's not right. You know, I must have put it on my desk. I think that's what I did. I put it on my desk when I moved my monitors back onto their original stands, and I never moved it back. I feel half asleep too, so I might not notice the difference. Fair. Hopefully y'all are doing good today, though. Hopefully you're doing well. Let's try this again. Aha! Anything fun? No, there's nothing fun behind me. Darn. I'm gonna do that. I think that's too far down. My head's supposed to be more like center-ish. So that's probably the best angle right there. Let me actually... Okay, we're good. I think. Back here. Whoop! You can see my many fun things on my shelf over here. My Mumbo Cube. Here is a picture you can't see, but it's a baby picture of me. There's me and Emma. Up here, you can barely see it, are the two things that Emma painted me. There's the cow and the it's a Minecraft arrow through a Minecraft heart. And in the middle here is a creeper that I built. Yeah, you can't see really baby me, but baby me is right there. I've had this picture since I was like... It was in my room starting from when I was probably like 6 years old or something. In the same frame. I've kept the same frame the whole time. So, pretty cool. Like the Taj Mahal. Yeah, that one's pretty good, right? And then this is the Roby house. Are the other ones in here? No, there's more Legos around the house. Actually, there's a bunch downstairs. I've got Roby house up here. I've got a bunch of miniature like city areas. I've got a White House. I've got Falling Water. Got a bunch of stuff. So, all right. Let's get back to it. What am I doing? Why does this stuff never save? I think that should be like there, right? That's better. I'm gonna say like, why is the D not lined up? I can't blame our DST clock change for my lack of sleep, but it definitely didn't help. Fair enough. You guys finally had your clock change as well then, nice. Are you at 480p? I don't know. That's a question for your internet, I guess. Alright, hold on. I think we're good. Webcam on. Farmer fire in this corner. We click on this now. I'm not updated yet. Flashback hasn't updated to the new update yet. Sodium and Iris, I just checked today, are updated. So I will update at some point, but once everything's ready. I think I'm going to need continuity and logical zoom as well, and I haven't checked those two yet. But they're probably ready. Sodium and Iris are updated like day of, or like the next day or something. Something ridiculous like that. So we'll get to the new update at some point. Today, we're back in the Nether. Who would have thought? I've been liking the progress we've been making here. I haven't really wanted to stop it, I guess. So either we come back over here and do some of this, or we go across the pond, the lava pond, and do like something like this. Trying to think. This is nice. Not down there. I think I was working on this last time, if I remember correctly. I think this, we can maybe do this portion today. That would be good. And work on this portion. Yeah, like that. I like that idea. You accidentally turned your computer off? Wait, how do you do that? Did you hit the power button accidentally or something? Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's funny. Welcome back though. Like I said, hope you all are doing well. I'm doing well today. We got back at 11 this morning. It was Emma's dad's birthday yesterday, so we were at their place. Spent the night there and then came back. The room that used to be hers now has a, I forget what the bed is called, where like it folds up against the wall. They used to have a regular bed in there, and now her mom's using the room for something else. And we could not figure out the right way of sleeping on it, but we were comfortable, so that's mostly where my tired is coming from today, unfortunately. Murphy bed, yeah, Murphy bed. That sounds right. Part of it is that we were like, the way it was attached to the wall is like the long side of the bed is attached to the wall, and it folds down like that way, and not the, there's no headboard technically, at least not on the shorter sides. So we ended up either sleeping like the wrong way on the bed or trying to sleep diagonal, and it was not good. I woke up many a time because my feet were dangling so far over the bed that it was like dragging my body off the bed. It's like, oh, rip. So double beds with one side against the wall or against the laws of nature. I mean, this should have been a queen size bed, but because of the way that we were laying, it was bad. Yeah, I mean, I had a double as a kid, up against the wall. So I actually rearranged my room when I was in high school to put my bed up against the wall. Because similar to this room, where everything's up against the wall, I like having the middle of the room clear for any number of things. I like the pace, so that's part of it. So I did that as well, I think, because that's when I took my computer up into my room when I started making content, and so it just freed up a bunch of space for me to have a good desk chair and other things in there. Now that I'm an adult and I don't put my computer in my bedroom, or at least I have enough space now, I don't have to do that. Because I still did that in college. But now that I have enough space, I don't have to do that. Yeah, I don't like having the bed up against the long side of the bed up against the wall either anymore. Episode columns, areas are lethal, but they need doing sometime. Yeah, it's been nice digging out this area when we haven't needed to be in the basalt biomes, basalt deltas. But because of the biome I picked it, we have to come back eventually, so. Makes sense when only one person is going to sleep in it, but I try to make sure even my own double is successful on both sides, because you never know one day. You never know. But it's also nice to be able to get into bed whatever side you want. You know, you're not restricted to like rolling into it. On the other hand, like the nice thing about having a bed up against the wall is that like you can kind of like hug the wall at night, you know? I used to sleep almost up against the wall. It's much more, I can feel much more protected that way, I guess. So, there's technically pros and cons. It's also like, what do you need protected from, you know? So, maybe it's just my human instincts be like, make sure I'm protected on all sides. Survival instincts. What other fun things have happened? We've never had an HVAC contractor come out to do any kind of like service before, but our electric company does it for free. Like they subcontract out and they have local companies come out and do maintenance. There's only a certain amount of things that they'll do, but they can at least like check a lot of you check your outdoor unit, check indoor units, things like that, refill some things for free. We got a smart thermostat for free as well, so it's pretty cool. So I had them out this week. I found out that I already knew what the inside unit was. Our inside AC unit was installed in 2024, so it's like really new. Which I already knew that. I forgot when the contractor told me. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I remember that now. The outdoor unit, I didn't know how old it was. It looked fairly new, but I couldn't be sure how new it was. The outdoor unit's from 2023. I think he showed me the date. It was like sometime in November 2023 is when it was probably manufactured. So they probably got installed around the same time. Pretty close, if not at the same time. I can put this away. So it was nice having someone come out and be like, yeah, everything is basically brand new. Very little had to be done to it, I guess. The other thing I found out when they came out was that our heating system is old, which you could tell because I could see like they had written something on it. There was like a piece of paper essentially where the contractor had come out and written the dates that they did service and what they did kind of stuff. And the last time anyone wrote anything was 2016. So I was like, oh, this is fairly old. And then the guy told me, yeah, your unit's from like 2003. Then I asked him, how long do these things normally last? And he said, 15 to 20 years. So 2003 to 2026 is 23 years. So it's amazing that our heating system works as well as it does, to be honest. For the system being 23 years old is pretty impressive. They didn't service the heating; they just serviced the AC at this time. But gonna come back out probably in the fall for the rest of it. But fun stuff. Yeah, nice, cool adulting stuff. Today's really cold. Today should be the last real cold day we have of the season, I think. Or one of the last ones. Supposed to gradually go up, and I think the high's gonna be like upper 70s, lower 80s in a few days, so. But yeah, fun adult stuff. Woot woot. Other than that, going pretty smooth. I took most of Friday off and just, I don't think I did a whole lot on Friday. I slept yesterday. I think I took a nap from about like 2:30 until like 6:30 in the afternoon yesterday. I took a very long nap. It was an interesting day. 75 Fahrenheit here. Let's go. Yeah, right now it is. Look at my phone. Look at the weather. 55 Fahrenheit. Be up to about 58 in a few hours. It's supposed to rain the next 3 days, but it should be 65, 78, and 80 as the highs. And then it'll start to level out in the 60s and 70s. It's gonna start to get really nice in April. Temperature-wise, of course, it's probably gonna rain, but temperature-wise, it should be pretty good. And I already know that our grass needs to start getting cut. I just need to wait until, one, it's a little warmer, and two, it's dry. So probably next weekend. Doesn't take very long to cut the grass, and it is good exercise, so. Especially in the evenings, now that we're not fighting to live here during this season, right? Because I think it was April 4th last year that we closed on the house, so it was 10 days. The 4th sounds about right. It was about 10 days. And I think I came over once to cut grass, but I don't think we didn't move in till like mid-May. So we'll actually be here the entirety of April and be able to maintain it a lot better. Put it away. Here? Over here. So. Ooh. Fun stuff. Go put this black stone in here. The last time I said I was going to expand some of this, I never did. This side. I saw you, Enderman. supposed to chop all this stuff down though. Just clear out this area. Technically needs a hoe for all this, but just do that. You know what? Let's chop some of this down real quick, I think. That's Steve's legacy. Whoa, give us some help. That works. Like that. Yeah, I hear you. Much better. This buddy. Why are you doing this to me, man? I don't wanna look at you. Apparently you want me to look at you. That's better. There we go. Easy peasy. I want to take this down though. Maybe. Just open it up a little bit. Yeah, let's take some of this down. Make my life a little bit easier if I'm able to do that. Bit of a spur of a moment thing, but whoa, that's tall. Let's do that. You can slab all this stuff a little bit too. Go. Go. Must be a lot easier to fly in on. Slabs. Slab the sides here. Slab these up a little bit. That's better. That one could probably stay there. A little worried about these 2 or 3 here, so we might take these down. By worried, it's just more like I don't want to like run into them or have them interfere in any significant way. There we go. That works. And we get some materials out of it, so why not? Easy materials. Put these in our storage system at some point. Yeah, let's just cut all these down. Technically I could leave them. They are enough out of the way at this point, but it looks weird, so. A very thick trunk right here. Oh my gosh. to the ground, thank you. Okay. Just not look at the enderman, please. Here this trunk goes. Take that down, I think. Oh, almost there. It is so dark. I can't see. Oh my gosh. Let's forget how dark it gets with shaders. There we go. Yeah, let's not go down there. That works. And do that. Much better. And we're gonna take this one down as well, just for completeness. This one at this point is not really in the way, but for completeness, we will get rid of you. Go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Nice and clear. And then we are going to slab it up. You can go in here. I think I'm gonna do that. There we go. Sorted a little bit. Uh-huh. Yep, That works. On slabs. I'm gonna slab a whole bunch of this. Keep anything from spawning in these parts. Oh, ad break about to start another 5 minutes. We're already 30 minutes into this? Oh my gosh, we're like, yeah, we're already 30 minutes into this. Jeez. GG. Told me I've gone 30 minutes. The only thing I've done is clear a bunch of trees. Nether trees. Sounds about right. Sounds like a stream. Go straight down here. Like that. Do that. Whoop. Slab all this up. I just go till I have no more slab. Well, maybe we won't go till I have no more slabs. That might be too many slabs. This just ensures that even though we're outside of the perimeter, nothing. We're gonna spend a lot of time here, so hopefully nothing really does anything here. Spawns here. We'll do this to be safe. I think it's spawn here now. All slabbed up. I think this is the edge here. Yeah, all this is gonna need to be cut out. Just go on this side. No more Endermans. At least not in this immediate area. No gas, no Endermans, no magma cubes. It's kind of the hope here. Alright, it's good enough. Maybe. Yeah, it's good enough. That's much better. And we can walk through here pretty easily. Get to our chest, head back. Have fun there. All right, this way. We're down. Ooh, we're almost to the bottom of this. Actually, all we need is that and tools. So you can go in there. Jimbo can stay here. Don't really need an axe, but guess I'll keep it on me. Mr. Nuisance, even in the overworld, they keep teleporting into houses, underground cavities. Yeah, and then in Amplified, right, which is what this world is, they just... Any dark spaces, they steal blocks. Which is quite annoying, I will say. It is super annoying. Alright. Oh, hello, friend. Be gone, friend. With all the gear that I have, Endermen are not nearly as annoying as they could be. Magma cubes are still some of the most... Magma cubes and gas are very annoying. Funny enough, I'm kind of at a point in this game, and I know phantoms always get like this certain rap for being like super annoying, but I don't find phantoms to be that annoying anymore because I don't interact with them like at all. They're very easy to avoid if you just sleep regularly and or in the nether a lot like I am. I know people really like to say how annoying phantoms are historically, but once you get into a rhythm and you understand how to avoid them, they just become a non-factor in the game, honestly. I have to mine all the world's dirt to fill in the caves under my city, otherwise they keep having to dig down under the roads and houses to get rid of them. Yeah. Oh, ad break's about to start, by the way. Hopefully you guys will get ads, enjoy them. Yeah, I mean, there's always the thing, right, of like having to light up caves. That's always a big thing, both, you know, for farm's sake, for efficiency, but then also for your own sake. If you're just kind of in an area walking around. Yeah, I get it. Be gone, demon. Be gone, I say. Be gone. Right here, I think? Yeah, right here. I just sleep to avoid phantoms. When I want to see them, they take ages to appear, yeah. Yeah. It's always when you want them, and it's hard to get them. I believe it's still 3 days is the cutoff point. Oh. There we go. If you don't sleep for 3 days, so it's like an hour, right? If you play for an hour without sleeping, they'll start appearing. Something like that. Easier said than done. Because when you want them now, not, you know, an hour from now, so. For those of you wondering where Bailey's at, she is in, she's with Emma right now. This normally happens after we come back from her parents, but Bailey's probably gonna sleep the whole day. She gets so much energy out that she just comes home, just like zonks out for like a whole day, or at least half a day. So at least that's what I think it is. I don't think it's her being depressed that she's leaving and coming to a place where there's no other dog to fight. Moment I have to keep listening to one of the stupid creatures, Enderman that is. Every time I walk past a cathedral, it spawned outside the city somewhere, picked up a block, teleported underground during a rainstorm. Yep. And then it just sits there. Which reminds me, I have Enderman above the nether ceiling that I need to deal with. There are just dozens up there. That for one reason or another picked up a block and are now still taking up space. So. Let's do that. That's not good. Why would I do that? Ooh. It's a pain in my left ear. That's great. That's wonderful. You love random pain. There you go. That works. This way. I suppose we're going to fill up those cavities with water, but you have to fill right to the top, otherwise you get the eerie noises instead. Yeah, it is, I would say, better for your sanity to just light them up or fill them up entirely. I think it's over here. There it is. I don't usually worry too much of filling in caves, but I probably should more. Help with spawns and whatnot. Get to the point we're gonna need to start repairing our pickaxe soon. But for now, we're back over here. Thank you. And I need to stretch so I don't become a board. Oh man. Do this. And I think I'm still in the middle. Ooh. Stretch my elbow. My shoulder. Ooh. My shoulders do not like me today after how I slept last night, so. We are here. I'm gonna move this a little lower. It's always weird to find a comfortable space for a microphone to be at. I think technically I'm gonna angle up. a little bit now that it's lower. Something like that. That was weird to find that good middle space. Go. As always, you've already seen it today. Partly to help me wake up, but also partly because it tastes good. I've got a cherry Coke Zero sitting next to me. Like I was saying earlier, I've not been in a awake mode today. This. There we go. Remember to put my latest finished little project in Discord. Project. Let me see if I can finish clearing out this little section, and I'll open Discord. Take a look. Take a little look-see. Oh my gosh. Almost there. There we go. There we go. Put all this stuff away and then go repair a pickaxe. Let me look. Minecraft. Is it Larnant or Yarnant? Because it's double L. Is there build an 18th century style lighthouse? Oh, you put a lodestone in it? That's cool. Diorite, let's go. I think those are copper, maybe? Bars? Deep slate roof. A little bit of stone brick. 10 out of 10. So build next to it as well as that. The build next to it looks like it is maybe some stone. Tough brick maybe? Looks like tough brick. Maybe just stone brick, but it looks like tough brick. The build to the left in the picture. Clarnant? It's Welsh, so kind of Clarnant. Okay. Interesting. Copper bars, which I'll let weather as a cyan color will suit the build better. Cool. Yeah, I could see that. It probably will, yeah. Very cool. It's a good lighthouse. I don't know if I've ever built a lighthouse. I've seen lighthouses. I don't know if I've ever built one before. But I love to stuff a stone is the back of my Methodist chapel. Okay, cool. Chapel makes sense. That away. And we'll go repair our pickaxe. So we are working on that section right now, which is good. We've cleared out a lot of area. I'm impressed with us. That scared me. Okay, this area is the biggest area that needs to be done still. There's area here that we should deal with, but that's not as important. That is maybe a little important, but if there's no ledges in it, then we can wait until we actually do the ceiling and clear that out. And then this section. Got this section, and we've got that section, really. A little bit there, and that's it. So once those sections are done, the next part of this that I want to tackle is the lava. Clearing all that out, because that's where a lot of these other mobs are spawning from. Let's figure out where those magma cubes are coming from. Oh, they're coming from up there. Ah, they're swimming that way. Okay. Okay, yeah, so once we get rid of this section, this is the biggest section to work on. There's some magma cubes over here that are dropping down from up there, it looks like. Might have to deal with some of that, but... There we go. Time for tea and meds, alrighty. BRB, sounds good. We are almost an hour into the stream already, which is kind of wild to think about. These streams always go by super quick. They are relatively short, but... still goes by quicker than I would imagine. But... hope everyone's doing well. Talk a little bit about my week. Starting to get warmer out, so I'm excited for the nicer weather, not having to wear a coat when I go outside. Not having to put a coat on Bailey as well is nice. What happened? Ah, thank you. So what I did is I did this. Apparently, I don't know if I hit a button or what I did. I changed scenes. So this is my, since I use this for recording as well. Why do I change scenes? I have a recording scene and I have a streaming scene. So this is a streaming scene. Got the start screen, the BRB screen, and full face cam. I should probably leave this on so that I can actually see my... Normally I disable the preview in OBS, but I should probably leave it on so I can ensure the cam stays up. Because it normally doesn't matter, right? Normally. Only thing that would go away normally is the day count and the little farmer. So. Yeah. It's AFK, fair enough. No worries. Come on, wither skeletons. How many skulls do we have now? Stack and a half, almost a stack and a half in this chest plus the 41. So we're over 2 stacks of skulls now total. Planting your plants, nice. What kind of plants? We need to do some outdoor stuff as well now that it's getting warmer. Particularly plants probably. It's probably part of it. Lantana and petunias, nice. I don't know what we're gonna do. The mulch beds around our house are in pretty rough shape. So I want to, like in my mind, I want to rip all of it out. Including the plants that are there, which there aren't really any. It's mostly just stumps. And then figure out what we want to do next after that. So. We're also not supposed to put mulch beds right up against the house. You're supposed to leave like a 6-inch to foot like gap. I say gap, like it can be dirt, it can be like my head, like I don't know if we want to put like some kind of stones there or something to preserve that gap. So I'm trying to figure out what to do there. Especially if the house is wood. Yep. I guess there are probably older houses that aren't wood, but like most modern houses are made out of wood. Guess if you have a full brick house or something, a mud house, something like that. So, just trying to think one of those things we'll want to get figured out this year. Or at least have a plan for if we don't get to it this year, we know what to do next year kind of thing. That's done. I'm going to repair this elytra real quick and then we'll get back to it. There was one point when we first moved into the house that there was thoughts of burying one of the well, not the downspout, but the end of the downspout for one corner of our house and redirecting the water into the backyard. I don't really know if I want to do that now. That's burying like drainage. I don't know if I necessarily want to have to deal with. I don't even know if redirecting the water to the backyard is even a good idea, because like our backyard's a slope, it's partially sloped, and the bottom of that slope always is just mosquito heaven because of how swampy it gets when it rains a lot. It doesn't drain particularly well. I was like, maybe it's not the best idea. Okay. We are done there. I think we're almost at, if we're not already, yep. Good number of skulls. Hello, friends. So many. We probably want to come up here next. would be the most useful place to spend our time. It's also the scariest, so. Scary, scary, scary. Go. Oh, did I mention that I got my new mouse yet? I don't know if I mentioned that. I think I ordered it last stream on stream. I don't think I'd got it yet. I think I mentioned it in my Wednesday stream. But we won't have right click issues anymore. I do have a new mouse now. Yeah. Seriously? Alright, well I guess I'll leave y'all be then. Jeez. About time. Yeah. Red chili. Oh, those are pretty. Very vibrant red and orange. And the pineapple. Nice. I'll have to figure out what we're doing. Gonna have to figure it out. Well, I don't technically have to figure out anything, but I should figure it out. In theory. But yes, the mouse I ordered was the exact same one I had before. It just you can kind of see it, but it's just gray. Versus the original one, you can kind of see it was black. Same thing, just black, gray. So same mouse. The gray one was cheaper. That's why I got it. For some reason, the gray one was like $6 or $7 cheaper than the black one. I don't know, but why not? I'll take a cheaper one. Go away, go away, go away, go away. There we go. I don't really know if I'll ever, unless my keyboard like just goes like really bad, I don't know if I'll ever replace my keyboard. I really like my keyboard. Those are petunias. All right, 1. Oh no. 2, 3. In a pot. Ooh. Got a pink. Got a patio yellow. Blue. Is that blue? Blue tiara. It looks more like purple to me. Interesting that it's called blue. You know, I was telling Emma, we have like a balcony. I'd be too afraid to do this, probably. But what's up, Oliver? How's it going? How you doing? We have a balcony connected to her office. And there's like a little hook. You can go up on the balcony. It's a very small balcony. There's like a little hook on it. I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking, I think this is a place where you could like hang a plant. But I don't know if we would want to hang a plant or not. I feel like that would just be like a bad idea. purple in person. Gotcha. Be gone. So, I mean, there's an overhang over it, so I would say it's more shady than it is sunny. Ooh. Bad idea. The front side of our house does get a lot of sun, but that particular part seems like it's more shady than sunny. It's on the front of the house, so. Like, snow melts off of our driveway, like very easily. Or some neighbors across the street have a bunch of like, their neighbors have a bunch of trees that line like the border between the properties, and so like the big trees provide a lot of shade, but it also means that snow does not melt very quickly because there's not a whole lot of sun for it to melt, for it to raise the ground temps. No near-death experiences this week, please. I'll try. I'll try, okay. Could get a fern or a houseplant or something. Yeah. Yeah. You know, we gotta get a lot better at not killing plants, though, I'll tell you that. We've mentioned the kinds of plants that we've accidentally killed here before, so. Ad break in about 30 seconds, folks, for those who, those of you who do not, are not subbed and or don't have like a Twitch Turbo subscription or something. Go. Island song, believe that. This is our world. Is it though? Is it really? Is this really our world? Or is this just the world that we live in? We have no ownership. We're just here. We're just vibing. And the answer to will we ever get off this island is no. Nope. We're stuck here forever. Yep. Smile. You're horrible. Nobody likes you, Magma Cubes. Go away. The banana. Oh my, okay. There are so many. Oh, fell off. Let's go. See how nice and smooth all my bow shots are now? Who's classified as a hostile mob? Magma cubes? Or friendly mob? Magma cubes classified as a friendly mob? That would be weird. Because they're definitely not friendly. Their hugs hurt. A little too much. Think so? Them and slimes aren't actually attacking, they're just trying to give you a hug, yeah. In my head, the definition of a friendly mob is one that doesn't, they can't do damage to you. Well, I guess maybe goats are considered friendly mobs and they can do damage. Polar bears. Polar bears might be hostile mobs though. Mostly because I didn't give them a cherry coke, it's fine. Thank you, Coca-Cola, for ruining my image of polar bears. That since baby slimes fit the description. Yeah. Baby slimes make sense. We're almost there. Come on, song.
Will we ever get off this island?
No one ever get off this island.
I don't know.
Yes, you do. Thank you, Laszlo, for this masterpiece of a song. For reference, the song's title is Law of the Jungle by Laszlo. It's pretty neat. Whoop! That doesn't count as a near-death experience. We barely fell. Go. How much further we got? 1, 2. Honestly, it was a pretty easy fall. Like, I don't know. If I were to fall here, I'd want to fall then, you know? Not on the side of the dig that's closest to lava. We're not even that far up, to be honest. Okay, we are kind of far up. You. Who said you could spawn? Stay down there, don't come near me. Go. Phone post. She Snapchatted me from the other room. First off, I use Snapchat. Yeah. Do this later. I'm so old, I know. I still use Snapchat. Is there even a instant is it instant messaging app? But it's more like an instant photo messaging app. Like Snapchat? Anything like it out there anymore? I mean, there's Snapchat, but is there anything else like Snapchat? I used Snapchat a lot when I was younger, and then now I just use it to maintain streaks with some people who I don't see very often. I pretty much just get on. Well, I was gonna say I just get on for the streaks, but it is nice sometimes. Like sometimes people will post stuff to their stories, like old friends from like high school or whatever. Because that's where it was mainly used when I was in high school. A lot of people I knew used it. So I can kind of catch up on what other people are doing passively, just by looking at a Snapchat story or something. There's things like Instagram stories as well, but I mean, everything has stories nowadays. I think YouTube has them too. But most people I knew from when I was in high school, I'm connected with on Instagram and Snapchat, so that's a place where I get that kind of information. Not old enough for Facebook. And people still use Facebook, but it's not generally my generation, I guess, using it. Yeah, but Snapchat was definitely the thing when I was younger. Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter were the prime like social media apps, social media sites. Everybody had at least 2 out of the 3, if not all 3. I don't really know anybody who uses it's called X now, but I don't really know anyone who uses X anymore. Instagram is Snapchat is a lot less popular now. Instagram is kind of like the platform, I'd say, that like everybody uses. Not a whole lot of people post to it, but everybody uses it. Right? They look at other people's stories, look at other people's stuff, basically. Instagram Reels are a big thing. I'm old, I guess. I mean, I'm probably relatively old now. Like, I don't really know like how many people like in high school use Snapchat anymore. I don't even know what they use. You know? People entering freshman year of high school now were born in like 2012. So I think Gen Alpha is now starting to enter high school. Yeah, that would be considered Gen Alpha. It's just weird to think about, but I mean, it makes sense. I was a younger, old Gen Z. I'm a Zillennial, technically. at that period, 1995 to 2000 ish. The second half of the 90s, people born in that era are typically zillennials, and that's like the older section of Gen Z, which is where I'm at. And I entered high school longer than that. I entered high school like 12 years ago. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 2013. So this is 2026. So yeah, like 13 years ago. So it makes sense. Gen Alpha's starting high school soon. A lot more fragmented now. I'm on Blue Sky and Mastodon. X and Facebook accounts still exist, but I don't use them. I gave up on Threads, and co-host gave up on me. I've never even heard of co-host. Threads, yeah. I don't really know if that platform ever really took off. It was an idea, you know. I mean, the big social media for a lot of the younger generations is TikTok right now, obviously. I just don't know if it's. I feel like their TikTok is more like how Instagram was for me as a kid. So they're not the same things, but they are more equivalent. Maybe Gen X meant that much of the exciting stuff was happening when I was in my early mid-20s. When I could actually afford stuff. Fair. Coast was a nice long form social media site. They tried to make money through premium service and no ads, but that failed. Last a couple of years, I think. There's a lot of like longer form sites that I think are similar. I think of I don't even know if Vimeo is still around. There's some platforms over the years that I've put like content on, or if reached out to me and be like, hey, you know, you should use this website and you can just post YouTube videos on it or whatever. I'm like, okay. So, and those don't typically work out all that well. Run or Die, what's up? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. From a purely social aspect though, not really thinking about content. I think Instagram's still fairly prevalent. Bye-bye. Definitely like people my age are still using Instagram. Not that I use Instagram that much. Again, I mostly just watch reels on it if I'm doing anything. I like every once in a blue moon post a thing like, hey, I'm alive, here's what's happened in the last 2 years. And then go dark for another 2 years. I'm not super big on like sharing my life with other people, I guess. I've never really cared to. I use social media was for the social aspect of it, in terms of like actually one-on-one socializing with people, and was less about like posting stuff and being like, look how many people liked my post, kind of thing. So it's a whole status thing when I was a kid as well about social media. Oh, you got this many likes on this post, and now I just don't care. I'd rather track how many hours of sleep I got at night. It's a way cooler stat. Doing alright? How about yourself? I'm good. Glad you're doing alright. I do realize all my social media like views are funny, given that I've to some degree, shared much of my life through content over the years, but I find content to be different. It's personal, but not personal. There's a personal aspect to it, but it's not personal. So I feel like it's a little better. A little easier for me anyways. A long form text. Okay, more like Substack or Tumblr. Okay. Long form text. Gotcha. I see. Gone off the idea of sharing my personal stuff on social now. It's all just project based stuff on Blue Sky, Mastodon. Yeah. I like adding feedback to things that I'm like posting things that I like to do, or adding feedback in communities that I like that are of interest to me, rather than some random comment on some person's selfie. Let's see, go this way. You don't have to share stuff now. Google just figures it out from your online activity. You know, they're always watching. Always watching. Unfortunately. I mean, everybody at this point is doing whatever they can to take your data and sell it. It's worth a lot of money. Yeah, we're not gathering blocks. We're actually just, we are gathering blocks. But the main point of this is not to gather blocks. It's to clear out area. So this is, in the nether, this is a wither skeleton farm perimeter. And our wither skeleton farm is right there. So I'm clearing out all the area within this marked out section from bedrock to bedrock by hand, very slowly. So it's less about, you know, the materials that we're getting out of it and more about the space we're clearing out. Oh yeah, we've been working on this. So I've done the bulk of the digging in the last like 6 or 7 months. But this is a project that started a few years ago at a larger level. The idea for it anyways. So good things take time. Gotta have patience. Gotta have patience. Have an idea in your mind. Execute said idea. Put in the effort to do that. They're somewhat heavy on performance. I have a fairly beefy PC, so it doesn't affect things a whole lot. From a, like, if you're trying to look at it from a 60 FPS perspective. So as long as I'm getting 60 FPS, it doesn't matter a whole lot. I think right now I'm getting, what am I getting right now? 150, 140 with shaders. Rip, not for me then. These are complementary shaders. There's other options of shaders. I actually need to go back through and where are these at? Shader packs. A lot of these are old shaders I need to go back and probably get rid of. Get some of the newer shaders for. Someone sent me these. I used to use Solders Vibrant a long time ago. Enhanced default from Solders is typically good, but yeah, these are complementary. I feel like there's a newer version of this now. Chocopic was always good. BSL, people love BSL, but BSL is, I think, very performance intensive. Complementary is kind of in the middle. So, and they look nice. Some called potato shaders that are good for not speed PCs, and they look nice. Nice. Use T shaders and get 40 FPS with optimizing mods. We're on a laptop. I mean, laptops are okay nowadays if you have a good whatchamacallit, graphics card. Or in case of Minecraft, typically a good CPU, but for shaders, a good graphics card. Didn't Mojang talk about some built-in lightweight shaders for Java in a previous Minecraft Live? Maybe? They've talked about some level of shaders for a long time. I mean, I thought Bedrock was supposed to get shaders, and I don't even remember if they did or not. If they did, no one uses them. Thank you for the follow though, Reno Die. Appreciate that. Ray tracing, yeah. I couldn't remember if they had the built-in shaders or not. In RTX, generally you have to have an RTX graphics card in order to use those, though. Like, I could run RTX shaders, but I don't know if most people could. Because I have an RTX 3070 Ti, whatever it is. You recently came to Java Edition? Welcome. Welcome to the right side. Integrated graphics card is kind of the only problem with my laptop. Yeah, integrated graphics isn't going to be good enough, unfortunately. Been there. Long time ago, but been there. Ad break's going to start in 5 minutes, by the way, folks. FYI. Whoa, there we go. Huh. Yeah, if you can play most games that you want, that's fair. Ooh. Glitched right there. Where did you come from? Jump scares, man. Jump scares. What are you doing? Don't scare me. I'm very fragile. Ooh. That was a bit of a jump scare right there. Into the lava. Integrated is still okay for non-Gen to play. My 3rd gen i5 laptop plays okay as long as I don't have other stuff running at the same time. I just remember my laptop from like 2013 just struggling on Minecraft in particular. So it depends on the game probably, but like I could play it, but at like 4 render distance and at maybe 30 FPS. Like 2 to 500 FPS, no shaders, but I don't like vibrant. I want it more dark. Gotcha. $200 to 500 FPS is pretty good. A lot of it for Minecraft though is the CPU speed though. Snapchat wants me to get Snapchat Plus, and I'm saying no to that. Go. Everybody wants me to sign up for their subscription service these days. I don't know what Bailey is doing right now. I'll be right back. Hi.
Hello, I'm just a baby. I just like to bark at everything outside. Oh no! Oh no! Why do I bark? I do not know.
Do you know why you bark? No, you're not in trouble. Okay, you're in a little bit of trouble, but not that much trouble. Don't give me those ears. Give me the sad ears. Oh, back rub, back rub, back rub. Back rub. Back rub. Ooh, back rub. Get the back rub. Yeah. Sounds like nap time is over, yeah. Something like that. Haven't found a proper shooter pack that I can run that I like. Fair. It's about to be about that age, maybe about 2014. Although, come think of it, my single player world runs on a paper server on a desktop PC, which takes some load off. Yeah, if your single player world is running on a server of some kind, then it takes the load off for sure. Okay. Alright. What we doing, baby? Yes. Hello? Yes. You're sniffing my ear? Does it smell like... What does it smell like? What does it smell like? What do you think it smells like?
It smells like bad stuff.
Or is it yummy stuff? Everything's yummy to you. Hi. Hello. Do you want to go over there? Gotta promise not to bark, though. Can you pinky promise? Pinky promise. Thank you. Okay. Let's go over there. Come on. She's now on her perch. We're on ad break as well, by the way. Hello, little puppy break. A little puppy break. Go. Jump scare ads. The community is back. OMG. Welcome back. Thank you, Twitch. Very cool. Give us any nice ads like McDonald's ads. Yum yum. Wendy's ads. Been getting some good Wendy's ads recently. Not on Twitch, but just in general. Frosty. Dip some fries in a Frosty. Mmm. Yum yum. Laptop has an AMD Ryzen 5 5600H with Radeon graphics. Cool. You know what Wendy's is? I don't know what Wendy's is. I'm gonna guess you're not American then. If I take a wild guess. European, yup. Wendy's is a fast food restaurant. Of the fast food restaurants, it's one of the better ones. Big fan. I haven't been to Wendy's in a long time though. Also don't eat a whole lot of fast food. Generally. Other than Popeyes. But we all know that. Popeyes is 10 out of 10. Big fan. I learned about Wendy's from their sass on Twitter back in the day. Yeah. Back when having a cool Twitter account, having funny comebacks was good marketing. Yeah, I assume that they're an American only thing though. I don't know if they have locations other places. I don't think they're as worldwide as like McDonald's is. Yeah, that's fair. Not as familiar with fast food restaurants. It's fair. Bailey. What are you barking at? She's just barking at people walking down the street. Oh, don't be like that, dog. Can you guys hear the Probably. She gets very angry and frustrated. They're not paying attention to me. Also, they're walking down the sidewalk. It's my sidewalk. It's hilarious. As long as she's not like barking, like going crazy, I don't mind it. When she starts to go, you know, a little crazy, then we bring it back. I also used to love the American guy called John Lewis, who gave Sass all the misdirected complaints and queries about John Lewis department store in the UK. Back when the internet was fun. Ah, the internet's sometimes fun still. But she did manage to stay quiet for several whole minutes. It is quite impressive, isn't it? To be able to stay quiet for that long. What's my most recent base / build? Overworld, we've got a main base, and we've built a castle, mostly just a castle wall. Called a castle, but it's really just a castle wall right now. What's that? Hello, friend. That's the most recent one. Where does this go? There it is. It's got a whole. There's a whole bunch of things in this world, though. That's the most recent one. If we do, I'll show you. I will show you. I'm into the overworld a bit. See if we can go to sleep there. What day are we on? 3472. It's also above my head. Hello, friends. Goodbye, friends. So many beacons. It's beautiful. There'll be a castle once it's got a keep or a similar residential building. Yep. Sort of long play today. Nice. I think we've got here. It's a quick flight in the Nether. You can see some of my frame rates dropping here just because we have so much stuff in the. This is the spawn area, so there's a lot of stuff here. So if we run upstairs. Hello, happy guest. Let's go to sleep. This is the most recent build. So I do this, you will see the castle gate and the castle wall. It's very cool. Boop. Boop. Yeah, and then down here, so this is the castle wall. Down here we built this a few years ago. So I built this first and I built the castle on top of it. Is our storage system. So 3 levels, bulk storage is top 2, bottom level is individual item sorting. So this is where we put all of our, well, we put a lot of our items here. A lot of the stuff in the Nether is going into a separate Nether storage because we ran out of room here that was dedicated to those blocks. So yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate that. So then down here, it's not the most recent build, but just give you an idea of the scope of this world, the scale of this world actually. Got our farmland down here, we've got a farming village here. Those are 2 of the big things. We've got a quarry here, which is pretty cool. All the way down to bedrock. Won't go all the way. What else we got? Villager trading hall. Love this build. Over here is a guardian farm. Drain the ocean monument. Put a bunch of cool stuff over here. Actually, I haven't checked this area in a while. That's right, I can't go through down here anymore. Connects up here. Not bad. Does a decent job. So fish, prismarine crystals. Wow, I've almost got 3 double chests of prismarine crystals. Let's go. See the insides of the guardian farm here as well. Does this still work? It does still work. I'm honestly surprised that this guardian farm still works. It is pretty simple, but I've had this for a long time. So some of this stuff, and then nothing that's done, but if we were to fly this way, similar to how in the Nether we have a Nether or Wither skeleton perimeter. My plan is to do a witch farm perimeter over here as well. We started clearing out some of the area here. Fun stuff. I mean, a lot of witches, so whatever witches drop, it's glowstone, redstone, gunpowder, sticks, spider eyes, potions, all that stuff. The witch farm is one thing that I would like to do or build this year. I think I put it down as a thing to build this year, at least like the witch farm portion of it. Just because it's an additional source of gunpowder, pretty easy source of gunpowder, to be honest. So looks cool. I wish I would finish one of my builds for once. I mean, what does finish mean? There's a number of builds. I mean, there's some builds that I've finished, but there's other builds that I look finished that aren't finished. You know, so what does finish really mean? One, but two, like the way you get to completing something is you keep, like, you have to get through like the monotonous parts, and not everyone wants to do that. So if finishing it just means you build the farm, you build a thing around it, and you don't build paths, you don't do details, whatever, you know, that's fine too. Top tip, learn from experience, having auto closing gates is a good way to shut oneself out of one's own castle or city. Yeah, for sure. Storage room looks so nice in combo with the shaders. Thanks. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Redstone would be useful, honestly. The last hardcore world ended to a witch. Yikes. My last one ended to a creeper. What a time that was. Every time Mojang adds new features, some finished projects become unfinished again. And I'm not just talking about them breaking farms. Yeah, like the ocean monument in this world. When I originally dug that out was 1.16, 1.17, something like that. It was before they had expanded the bedrock down further. So it was finished at the time, at least the bulk of it. But once they expanded it downwards, where the bedrock used to be became deep slate, and now there's a whole section that is technically unfinished now. Oh, is it just death? Chris clipped that one too. Cool. That was over 5 years ago now. Believe it or not. It's a weird thing to think about, but it's true. What am I doing next? I don't know what I want to do next. You don't believe it, but it's true. You gotta believe it, cause it's true. I refuse. I guess if you want to. It's actually been... I think that death happened at the end of January, so it's technically been 5 years and 2 months, roughly. A little less than 2 months. 2021. Different time. Once paper upgrades to 2026.1, the truffle block, no block will make me revisit some of my redstone church organs. There you go. Yeah, that's why I like where like Etho goes back and will like redo some of his builds. He'll revisit some of them and be like, now we have this new thing. Let me go back and do it this way. You have a world as long as a world like he's had. It makes a lot of sense to go back and revisit, you know. I mean, this world has now spanned, I don't know, over those 5 years, what, 10 major updates probably? there's all kinds of stuff that I probably built early on that, like the Ocean Monument build, for instance, that could use some additional work. And technically, the Ocean Monument build is not complete. That's what I was saying earlier about like a complete. Really depends upon your definition. Because technically, that build is not complete. It is good enough for where I want it to be right now. And I've got other priorities and other things I would rather be doing. So it's complete from that regard, but it's not complete from my initial vision of what it should be. There's some details that are missing in it. But that's okay. On your birthday, yep. Wait, was it? Okay. Special day. Doubly special. And I think that world went like 800 days. So if you think about it, it was 800 or 900 days. This world has gone on, in-game wise, like at least 4 times as long as that world. And it's weird. I've been in this world now for 5 years in this season. This is season 2. I went through almost like a quarter-life crisis trying to figure out what I wanted to do when I went and initially did season 1. Because this world is both hardcore and it is amplified. And when it was 2020, when I was trying to figure out what to do, like I had a single-player amplified world, and on stream I was doing hardcore. I knew I couldn't do both, but I also wasn't sure if combining them was the right choice. Like combining both of those ideas, amplified and hardcore, into one, I didn't know if that was the right decision. So I spent a long time debating if I should do that or not, because like no one, I mean, to this day no one does this, right? Like I'm one of the few people who has an amplified hardcore world and has kept it up for this long. Day count wise, hour count wise, real life day count wise, any of those things, right? Like most people at this point would have just kind of like done it for a little bit and then given up and moved on. So even then, like I remember kind of thinking like, should I do this? Like I can't do both worlds, so if I want to do amplified and I want to do hardcore, I've got to combine them. But is that the right move? I don't know. And to be fair, I still don't know if it's the right move. Oh, we need to repair that. Okay, let's stop where we're at. I still don't know if it's the right move. I don't know if this is like the best way of doing it, or this is even worth it, right? Like I just love amplified and I love hardcore, and so I just combined the two. I'm sure most people think that that's kind of weird, but it's just how I play and that's how I do things. So I will say from my sanity perspective, like I am glad that I combined the two. It makes the worlds even more unique, 1. But 2, it allows me to play my 2 favorite things about Minecraft in one world. I think the biggest thing for me at the time, I remember thinking about as well, was I wasn't sure if an audience would like it. And I still don't really know if an audience necessarily likes it or not. Because I had a huge amplified audience, and I also had a big streaming hardcore audience at that time. And so it's kind of like, you know, are the 2 audiences going to be okay with it? I have no idea. So, and I still don't know. But from a personal perspective, this was the right move. So jury's still out on if this was the right move in general. but for me personally, I would say it was. It does make an interesting change, Amplified. And I've always like leaned that way. I find most like regular worlds to be kind of boring from a terrain perspective. Like I want cool stuff around me, and then I want to build in that. So like I think even maybe it wasn't, but I thought my single player world in 2017 survival experience, I think even that might have been large biomes or something. Like it was, maybe it wasn't. I'm trying to remember. That's a world people tend to go back to. I still get comments and stuff on that world. Mostly because it's like a 1.12 series, and so there aren't a lot of 1.12. It's not a lot, or just people just find that series again and again and again. But I think the series has done pretty well, though. Hardcore and Amplified do seem to go together, increase the danger and the stakes, more opportunity for epic builds. And I think part of the reason I decided to go with it, one was, uh-oh. One reason I decided to go with it was just because I liked the combo idea, and I thought it was an interesting idea that I could go with. The other portion of it was I had a cool name. Like every time I would create a world, I want a cool name for the world, a name that I like. So the first world I ever had that did well. Incoming ad break in about 5 minutes, by the way, folks. By the ways. The original world I had that kind of started the trend of me having like worlds with cool names wasn't really my first world. I mean, White's Wonders Minecraft world was okay. It's kind of a weird name, to be honest. But I shortened that to White's World for my first Amplified world, and that did well. I like that. Then I went, and it was from there I started to think of cool names for worlds. So when that world ended, I went to Survival Experience, because the focus of the following world was about the experience of survival in the game and not about anything else. So Survival Experience, I created the Twitch experience out of that, which was the streams that went along with it. After that was Fire's Frontier. I came back to Amplified, because I was missing Amplified, and I forget who it was. It might have been Buildmonger, maybe? Someone in Twitch chat gave me that name. I'm like, that's a great name for a world in a series. So I did that, and then after Fire's Frontier was Survival Heights, when I was thinking back to Survival Experience and thinking about the fact that it's Amplified, right? Survival, hardcore, your number one focus is survival, and then Amplified is all about heights, survival heights. So I really like attaching like cool names to the things that I do, in part because they're series, but also in part because I think it makes the world stand out, be more unique. Add a cool name to it, you know? So, big fan of naming worlds and naming series. A lot of people on YouTube will just go with like so-and-so's Let's Play or hardcore series or whatever, and I mean that's good for the algorithm, that's good for searchability and all that stuff, but it's not as fun. So I think I also, when I started watching the game, watched a lot of people who had cool names for series. Like I remember Wells Knight, when I watched him early on, he had Wells Knight's Realm, which I thought was a cool name. He did Kingdoms as well, which is a cool series. Now his modded series are typically based off the mod pack name, but fair enough. Every series he did was kind of like had a unique name to it, so and a lot of people I watched at the time did something similar. Yeah, there's a certain level, even when you're doing it as a hobby, that if you want the hobby to reach more people, right? If that's part of what makes it fun, then you do have to care about the algorithm a little bit. Well, I guess you don't have to, but it is beneficial for you to. But it's not the end all be all, right? It's like, if I want to be able to market my content, have more people involved so I can have more people to share this with, then you have to make some edits. But even then, like, there's still certain things you don't want to compromise on, right? Like, if one of your things is like, I make worlds and those worlds have cool names, you could change your title to be more algorithm friendly, or you can do other things to help in the algorithm but still keep your title, which is what I did early on. Adding certain tags, adding additional things onto the title, 10 years ago was like one of the ways. It doesn't really matter anymore, but 10 years ago was one of the ways to get higher up in the algorithm and score points and have a bunch of keywords, right? It's a lot less about that now. It's a lot more now about like how can you get people to click on a video thumbnail, what title. Usually shorter titles are better now versus longer titles. You don't care as much about the keywords, you care more about like whether the title will get someone to click on the video. So Mumble did a video about how the algorithm is. Bailey. It's quite interesting, but also made me glad I'm not relying on YouTube for income. Yeah, for sure. There's certain things over the years where it's like, at one point I thought would have been nice to be, and I think it would still be nice to be a full-time content creator, but the hard part about it is having to rely on it for income and to survive. Like, if you can do that full-time and not have to rely on the income for it, then it's a lot nicer. I mean, that kind of goes for anything, but specifically for content creation as well. You're okay. It's okay. I know you get so excited you don't know how to control your emotions. You get so emotional. You have so many emotions in this head. My dog has a lot of emotions. You couldn't tell. Ooh, it's a baby. Wah! I always liked, even in the early days when Let's Plays did do well, I always liked Mumbo's way of going about things, which is like, he always had like a Let's Play that he did, Hermitcraft, right? But he also always had something else he was doing, and I thought that was one of like the better ways of going about it, where, Let's Play content is the things that people enjoy the most, like from a content creator perspective. I'd say more than tutorials, but at the same time, you can't just rely on, can you stop? You can't just rely on Let's Plays forever, unfortunately. Can you stop sniffing my desk, dog? So. I think it is this way we're going. Bailey's being a menace. She's a menace. Go lay down in your bed. Yeah. No. Being a brat. No, Bailey. Don't be a brat. No bed, only work. She's frustrated right now, so she's letting me know. She's like, so when she goes crazy like that, it's weird because it's like she does it because she is very excited. It's a very weird concept to me to sound the way that she does and bark like that because you're excited. But typically she'll see a dog outside and she'll get very excited, be like, "Ooh, I want to go play with that dog." And then she'll act like that, and it's like, no, you can't. That's not how this works. Like, you can't just see a dog outside and be like, "I want to go play with that dog." Like, that dog doesn't want to play with you. I can tell you that. So now she's just making noises because she's like, "Oh, you're not letting me out." No. No. Thank you. I said no, and then she looked at me with sad ears and like laid on the floor. Oh, dog. She also makes chicken noises. We always make fun of her for that. She sounds like a chicken sometimes. She says things. So Madge. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a perfect description of her right now. Whoa. What are you doing? Oh my gosh. I'm so mad. You made me so mad, Dad. You made me so mad. You said I couldn't bark. Why would you say that to me? That's mean. That's mean, Dad. That's what mean daddies say. Yes, but I also give her that voice every time she does that. She gets away with a lot of things because she's so cute. So we took her to the vet yesterday. She needed to get a couple of shots, and then they need to run some blood work or get some blood work from her for her heartworm and Lyme test stuff. See if she has any of that, which she shouldn't, but they do it once a year. I'm talking to the... This wasn't the vet, it was the nurse, essentially. Veterinary assistant. Who came out to get her, take her back to get her shots, and... the veterinary assistant got down, crouched down, and was trying to, like, extend her hand and be like, "Hey, hi Bailey, how's it going?" Bailey was backing up I was like, it's okay. Once you hold her in your arms, she'll be fine. So the way we typically do it at the vet is we'll pick her up and hand her over to the assistant, because she's scared at first, but once she's in the assistant's arms, like, she's still scared, but she's not like backing away. It's more tentative, I guess, at that point. And without fail, pretty much every time when she comes back out, like, we don't typically have the, like I said, we hand her off to the assistants. Like, we don't have them like use her leash and walk her back. Every time though, the assistant comes back out, walking Bailey back out, and Bailey is like full force, like sniffing at everything, like running around, like. And then as soon as she gets this last time, as soon as she got back to us, I had to pay for things, and so like Emma took her outside. Bailey made a beeline for the door and then a beeline for the driver's side of my car. It's like, please get me out of here. She's funny. Ooh. Somebody's laying down in her bed now. So anyways, Bailey is interesting. She's very like cautious around people, but once she's like settled with them, like, she's definitely a lot better. Our groomer that we have for her always, like, whenever I say things like, oh, like, she barks a lot at people and can get scared, she's like, really? Because like around the groomer she's fine. She's very scared when she gets there, but once she's settled in, she's gotten her bath, she's gotten her haircut, it's a similar experience where she's perfectly fine. And if anything, she's fine around people then, and she just like wants to leave. But she's not like scared at that point. So he's a weird dog. All right, well, after Bailey getting Madge, I do think we're gonna wrap it up there for today. I think we made a good amount of progress today. It's getting warm in my office. Bailey's wanting to not be sleeping. So I'm gonna wrap it up there for today. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Thanks for being here. Oh, before I forget, while we're here, I am going to write down stream day. So today is the 29th of March. We are now at 20 streams for the year. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 6 more streams to hit halfway to my goal for the year. So in theory, April 1st, which should be our next stream on Wednesday, we'll need 6 streams in April, starting on April 1st. So if I do 2 a week for 3 weeks, for, you know, over half of April, we should hit our goal, for our halfway point for the goal. So there's a good chance we'll be like at stream 30. Well, no. Say we do 2 more in April. Say we average 7 maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So by the halfway point of the year, we should be at about 42 streams. In theory. At the end of March now, 20. I guess technically if you multiply it by 2, we'd be at 40. So in theory, we can hit our goal by like the end of August. Which would be pretty cool. So if I do track them in my, you guys will see this. Here's the book. Let's see over here. I wrote it down. So yep, trying to keep track of it. I forgot a few streams. I figured I would do it now while I was thinking about it. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. If you're new around here, haven't followed the Twitch channel, haven't followed the YouTube, haven't been to the Discord, those are 3 good places to be. I do still have an X, and I do still have a Blue Sky, and I do still have an Instagram. If you want to follow me and look for other content and other things, you're welcome to go back to my post history if you want. There's nothing bad there. Promise. So, yeah. Thanks for being here, everyone. Thanks for putting the links down in the chat, Jen. Like I said, if you guys are new, feel free to join those. Discord is an awesome place to be to post things. Some things were posted there today that I was looking at. It's also a place I post stream notifications generally whenever I go live, and if I'm not going to go live as well. So, if anything changes. So, all right, folks. Thanks for being here. Appreciate y'all being here. I will see you all. Well, we'll see some of you Wednesday. I'll see some of you on Sunday. Back again, 1 p.m. Eastern, EDT. Wednesdays are at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, EDT. So, I will see some of you then, and I will see the rest of you next weekend. So, take care, everyone. I'll see you later. Bye.